The Gallus Odyssey, Prologue, Descent into the Feathered Middle World. You do not begin a journey into the Gallus Odyssey. The Gallus Odyssey simply notices you one day and says, "Well, hell, strap in, brother." This is how all great stories start in the kingdom of Cooter. Long before the first crow, before the big chief kindergarten flop pen gleamed across the land like a cheap tin sun amulet, before Okra declared herself a sovereign citizen of the hog nation, before Bronchi tried to register himself as an emotional support donkey at the Crossett post office, there was silence. And silence is the most dangerous thing in a place run by a rooster who believes he invented the internet. This silence rose from the western reaches of Egypt Township. Here, civilization and absurdity sit on the same fence rail, eyeing each other suspiciously. To the west, the Ouachita River sulks its way toward Louisiana like it owes somebody money. To the east is the so-called civilized world, where humans join HOAs and believe eggs come from styrofoam cartons, heresies that'd get you run off the property if Papa heard you. Cooter is the frontier between these worlds, a liminal zone where your boots sink into mud that time forgot and your spirit sinks under the weight of Memo's criticism. It was here, north of the Marais-Saline Road, south of GP Lake, bisected by deer trails older than the Crossett Light, that the air grew still. The roosters weren't crowing. The pigs weren't snorting. Bronchi wasn't doing whatever that anxious throat noise he does in the mornings is. Even the chicken-shaped pool, a monument so hydrologically unnecessary it would make a civil engineer weep, sat eerily still. Its beak end leak paused mid-drip, as if waiting. Something was coming. Something feathered. Something prophetic. Something dramatic. Papa, the land king, felt it first. Papa always feels the omens early because he refuses to update his worldview past 1967. He paused mid-step on the dirt path, mule feed under his arm, and grunted, an ancient grunt, one passed down by timber barons and men who do not explain themselves. Memo filled it next, rocking on the porch of reckoning, sighing so forced that cypress trees leaned away from her for safety. Okra the pig sensed it and immediately declared that she would not be participating unless snacks were involved. Bronchi paced, and the rest of us, we waited. Because everyone knew what the silence meant. It meant the general was shifting, evolving, or plotting. General Beauregard, Gallus Domesticus, red-banded, rooster badge glinting messiah of his own making, was entering a new phase of existence. A roosterly metamorphosis, the kind of event that historians later describe with phrases like reckless feather-born diplomacy, unlicensed leadership attempt, the great Taterin of 76. And so it begins not with a crow, not with a call, but with a vacuum in the morning air, a silence so sharp it could cut a briar patch. Something was about to descend upon Egypt Township, and it was wearing a kindergarten pin like a medal of honor.